Chaos. Is Super Skrull or Black Knight better? Crucible, what are the best things to put on defense this week? I'm discussing all of that with this guy, Mobile Gamer. And if you're ready for a Mobile Gamer, let him know what to do.
Let's go, smash it!
Oh, it is a crazy Sunday. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is Mobile Gamer, and welcome back. We are doing a roster review. We're discussing Arena. It is in chaos. The Arena meta is shifting all over the place.
Yes.
Is Super Skrull or Black Knight better? That decision is coming very, very soon for me. And we did take a poll. We got the results up. But if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel. Usually there is more. I'm ready to get right into it, Mobile Gamer. Are you ready to see my roster?
I'm ready to see your roster.
This is what we're looking at. I got a diamond and titanium. I think that is the most proud moment. You got 3 and just stuff, but I got 1, and I'm so happy with that. What else do you want to see my roster, though?
Okay, so I feel like most of the discussion this week is about Black Knight,
yes,
Apocalypse, and Super Skrull. And before we start this discussion, I just want to acknowledge that there is a huge power gap between people that have Super Skrull and that don't. I mean, it is 1000% a have not situation, like it has been, and that is going to get worse.
Yes. If you guys didn't hear the news, red stars 5, 6, 7 for Super Skrull. Diamonds coming this week for Apocalypse 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Are you have everything saved up? Are you ready for your 3 diamond Apocalypse and your 7 red Super Skrull?
No.
21,000 dark diamond.
They're gonna get. No, here's the thing is like, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take my Apocalypse to 2 diamond pretty quickly. Here's the thing. There are already 3 diamond and 2 diamond Apocalypse out there. Like, they're not that scary on defense, but what does a 7 red Super Skrull look like? I don't know. And because I know that Black Knight has disrupted Super Skrull's just complete dominance, right? He was easily the best character in the game. Now I want to say this. He's still the best character in the game, right? Absolutely. It's still number 1 and 2 is Super Skrull and Apocalypse, but Black Knight created a situation where it kind of, hit the Achilles heel in Super Skrull a little bit. Like, it's nicking him right now, and it matters, but Black Knight, you've got a 3. Boy, you got to get yours to 4. What is you doing there with a 79 out of baby?
Well, I made a mistake. I thought when you bought the offer for Black Knight, then there would be another offer that you get some red stars for him. I misread how they're going to do that. I didn't know the first offer had Black Knight. So I bought one offer looking for the red stars. I'm like, it was in the first offer. Like, and then by the time it was too late, I'm like, oh, well, spending an extra $100 and instead of an extra $50. So I screwed up on that. And it's going to end up costing me a lot more. But yeah. So I ended up opening some orbs and things like that. That was a big screw up on my part.
Yeah. So you asked me the question, and we asked my chat, right? So we goes, should you spend the 1,700 on 1,700 dark promotion credits to take Black Knight to 4, or the 5,000 to take Super Skrull to 5?
Yeah.
Do you have the numbers there?
Enough for just 1, and because the question came up because I only have like 3,000 or 3,700 of these dark promo credits, right? And if I get the strike pass, that'll bring it up to like 5,000, a little almost 5, a little bit over 5,000, and I should be able to take one of them up. And chat responded. This is what they said, Mobile.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I 100% agree. I'll tell you why. Super Skrull is still hands down the best character in the game. And yeah, it's outrageous. 5,000 to go to 5, 6,000 to go to 6, and then 10,000 to go to 7. I'm just pulling the numbers off the top of my head.
21,000 to get 21,000. 21,000 for all of it.
But he's the most dominant character in the game. We've talked about this so many times. In Arena, you either have him or you don't. In Cosmic Crucible, the number one, whether you win or lose, sometimes it determines do you have Super Skrull or do you not have Super Skrull? I remember there being a time in Alliance War where they would count the number of Super Skrulls the enemy team had versus how many we had. And that probably determined who won the war. Not always. I mean, there's always a million exceptions to everything, right? Yeah. But Super Skrull is that important. And Getting more power on Super Skrull is not only going to widen the gap on the haves and haves not on Super Skrull, but also the ding that Black Knight, the jabs that Black Knight's been putting into Super Skrull is going to be offset to a certain degree, which we don't know. And I'm going to expect that a lot of people that were using Super Skrull on offense are going to be moving Super Skrull to defense. I don't know what a 7 red Super Skrull looks like on defense in Cosmic Crucible or Alliance War. And I probably see what's going to happen in Arena, right? You know, you're going to have to go up against an Arena. It remains to be seen. I mean, because for a minute now,
some day one 7 red stars.
Somebody's got 21,000 sitting around. I mean, for sure, right? I mean, somebody does. Not me, but somebody does. And my goodness, I think that's going to be scary. But I'm going to say that all of my dark promotion credits are going to Super Skrull. They're all allocated to Super Skrull from now on. And same thing for Apocalypse. I've got those dark
diamond credits.
Yeah, and the diamonds on Apocalypse. I mean, we've already seen a lot.
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
You got 9,000.
I'm ready for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my to 2. I've only got enough to take him to 2 diamond, but yeah, I feel like those are the number 2 picks. The top picks for not only dark diamond credits and then also for dark promotion credits it's just Apocalypse, the Super Skrull, 100%.
Now, these extras power on the Apocalypse and Super Skrull, it's going to make PvP content rough, but it's going to make PvE content a lot easier. We do have an event coming up. This Red Letter Day is based around Sword Satellite coming back. We discussed this a little bit. What do you expect there to be as far as changes? We know the rewards are going to change. Do you expect the floors to change? Is this going to be significantly easier than the first time this rolled around? Because I didn't have Super Skrull the first time this rolled around.
Yeah. Okay. So to clarify a couple things, this is not the 3-man kiln that we just had. This is going back to the Sword Satellite
release of diamonds.
Yeah, from 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I remember not having Super Skrull at the time that came out, and I could not clear the maximum level 40. Now, the rewards are going to be 3 diamond Nakia, 3 diamond OG Black Panther. So I think that might be important in revitalizing the War Dogs team, but I feel like it's going to be a function of replaying level 40, which last time the only way to beat level 40 was with Super Skrull. And I'm curious now. There's going to be players that have diamonds now. Characters are going to have Super Skrull.
During this event, there will be diamonds on Apocalypse and Red Stars.
Level
and Super
100.
Skrull.
Some people could be level 100.
It's gonna have that as well. Yeah.
So I wonder if this is going to be a function of having multiple teams that can beat level 100. I don't know. I just don't know how it's going to work.
We're going to have to see what the scoring is when it comes out, how it's broken down. But yeah, this should be
no clue.
Interesting. It should be easier. Like all PvE content should be easier with the introduction of these 2 things. Going back and talking about something that we were discussing a lot, and that was Arena. It is a mess right now.
Show me your defense.
Arena meta.
Show me your defense.
My defense is the one that I was struggling with. This one I think is the toughest one. It used to be Black Cat here just a few days ago, but this is giving me a little more trouble, so I switched this up. What do you have on defense? Actually, we can probably see it.
Yeah, I think
That's what you have on defense right there.
Yeah, so taking out Black Cat and putting Void Knight is a thing, and it goes back and forth. But I'm currently running that. There's all kinds of things. I know that if someone does not run Robbie and they just run Black Cat and Ms. Marvel Hard Light, and there's a Morgan Le Fay team that works, and so I'm actually very much enjoying. When I go up against my defense, I will run Apocalypse, Super Skrull, and the 3-piece. You know what I mean?
Kang works.
Kang, I haven't tried Kang. I gotta try Kang. So
it gets messy towards the end, but it's the reliable first few turns, and it's very predictable the first few turns. So I like that Kang one.
Well, I'm not running the 3-piece. I gotta take that back. I'm running Miss Marvel, Black Cat, Black Knight, Super Skrull and Apocalypse on offense to beat my defense. On your defense, I don't remember. I just got to go and try it. Like, I feel like it's like in chaos. Probably need to make a video because it changes every day, it seems like.
Yeah, well, it's every specific defense has a different counter. Yeah, I do love it. It's better than Infinity Watch versus Infinity Watch, 5-minute matches every time you know exactly how it's going to go. Yeah, or Black Order versus Black Order. This is better. All right.
Next thing. This is way better. Yeah, I love it. Anyways, next thing.
What's going on in Crucible with you? Man, I went 0-3 last week with this defense. I did not change it. Actually, we changed it on day 2. We put this on defense here. We kept it pretty much the same. What are you doing on Crucible and thoughts on what I have?
Okay, so a couple things. A lot of people are putting what you have in room 5 in room 2, so that's kind of interesting.
This wasn't room 2 for most of last week. We just switched this and then put these guys on defense because I noticed I wasn't using them on offense. So I was like, I might as well put them back on defense.
Yeah, so there's some. It's tricky for sure. And then room 3, I see room 2. So I feel like everybody's doing what you're doing in room 1. Like that room 1 is just a gambit room, right?
Sometimes I see in place of Sunspot Quicksilver, but pretty much something with these X-Men there.
Yeah, and then room 2 is either going to be Darkhold or what you're doing there. Room 3 is almost always Affinity Watch. I've seen all kinds of things in room 4. Room 4 is really
a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really the room that
screws it up right there.
Initially, I feel like that room is designed around out of time, and it's probably going to be a full out of time team at some point. And when we first saw it before Black Knight, it was kind of like a Super Skrull room. But that looks good right there for sure. You've got the 3-piece and Quicksilver, and then you got OG Hulk, which is interesting. And then you've got in 5, some people are running Tech. I'm not really sold on Tech. I did kind of get a little bit of problems with the Pegasus with Doom team, gave me a little bit of trouble, but I just needed to use Vol and I would have got through it just fine. I can Billy block Doom. And then room 6 is the same. I've
seen a lot of Pegasus in this. That's such an easy counter with Eternals, but I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah. So what I saw last week that really took me for a loop was in room 2. In room 2, it was Darkhold with Apocalypse, and that really changed. Like the just using like Tangled Web with Kestrel and 2 strong characters doesn't really work with that situation. It was the match was a lot trickier. All
right, and then this one is a tough matchup, but you can get through this. It's
Superior 6 gets through that pretty easily, so that's fine.
Symbiotes also because of the rules that we have as well. They have the symbiote. They count as Superior 6.
Okay.
So, yeah. So yeah, all that stuff works in this room, but they need to attack them to remove the revive onces as well.
It works entirely different than last season. They have to. Yeah. Last season was kind of busted, but this season they have to like actually take a turn and attack into somebody for the revive to get removed.
That's interesting. I like that they're switching stuff up. It's not always the same, and it seems like it's shortened, so it's cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy with so far this new season. I was a little bit worried about the rooms being boring, if you will, but I have not found the experience to be boring. I feel like there's quite a bit of variations with the teams, and yet it's only week 2. But what bothers me is when we're in the 19th week of the same thing and the same thing over and over again, but they shorten the season and the rooms are less prescriptive. So I feel like overall it's a much better place than it was, let's say 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, and I think that is a function of the shortened season, right? After about week 5, 6 or so, everybody starts running the same things on defense and the counters are the same. But every first few weeks of a season, you're getting some different defenses. People are still trying to figure out the rules, figure out what is the best. So it's kind of a mess, and that's kind of a fun place for it to be.
Absolutely.
All right. Is there anything else you want to see with my roster? I think we discussed the most important things. Arena, Susser, Black Knight. I am going to go Sus. I'm going to get Apocalypse up. And Crucible, that's what we're doing this week. Anything else that you want to see?
What do your invaders look like? I'm just curious, because this is the biggest trap in Marvel Strike Force, are raid teams. And invaders are probably the biggest trap in the game right now. I'm just curious to see.
The reason I'm not invested in invaders is we're not even doing the skill section in the raids. So my original plans was take these characters up to level 96, 97, just for the race to the top milestones. I'm only doing that with Fury. The rest of these characters, because our alliance is not doing this at all, I'm not going to build them up. And hopefully by the time we start looking for 100, we'll get a different skill solution. So I'm not haven't done any of these guys.
No, and I feel like this is the part that makes me cry the most. And maybe we'll look at my invaders on my roster, and then you'll see why I asked you this question, because this is a trap, right? We know it's a trap, right?
Well,
because
we did ask a question last time we did this, right? Can at level 100 at max gear, can they beat the current raids? I'm not sure we have an answer to that.
I have an answer to that. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's go over to your video and check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. But what did it cost me? Everything.
Well, I want to know the answer, so let's go record your video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video provided you some value and helps you get set up for this week. If it did, leave it a like. It is free for you and it helps out the channel. And if you want to check out what are the best teams in Marvel Strike Force right now, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Check out Mobile Video's channel and his video down below. Hulk fist bump, Mobile.
Oh, let's go.
ValleyFlyin, Mobile Gamer out. Have a great one.